Hello and welcome to the C Show, and this is Riddler saying, God damn it, this is the second time we're doing this!
This is rock dancing. Do we have to do this again?
Yes, goddamn. So, so enjoy the
I hate
adventures
you,
of the
Riddler.
C Show, ladies and gentlemen, the adventures of the C Show. Skype recorder likes to fuck people over, likes to fuck us over especially, and calls like to drop in Skype, and when calls drop in Skype, the recorder decides to stop. When the recorder decides to stop, for some reason, it just decides, yeah, the file you once made now no longer exists. You guys are going to have to record the whole show again. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh,
And it makes me wonder if something didn't happen, if something similar didn't happen during the TNA review,
so excuse
even though the call never dropped.
So excuse us if we power through this shit now, because we haven't gone through SmackDown. Didn't get through SmackDown yet, but we've gone through Raw now, apart from the last segment. So if we power through this, apologies, but we fucking did this once before already, and I just want to get fucking through it. So we start off with the Heyman segment, and he's going on about how Triple H was strong, had his dignity and his manhood stripped. He's quit against his fans, his family, the
And quick
universe.
mention of how Heyman also mentioned that Triple H tore his quad again during
Apparently,
the match.
apparently Triple H tore his quad. Heyman doesn't feel sorry for Triple H, and he calls out Scott Armstrong. Scott Armstrong makes his way out to the ring, and Heyman says Lesnar has two words for him, and Lesnar just pats him on the shoulder and says, "Good job," and leaves. Heyman says, "We
Good
all
job, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, Mr. Lesnar here. He's the new King of Kings. He's the master of the Proctagon, the conqueror of the WWE Universe, and at
Why
this
does Nerd
episode,
Lenzer sound so much like David Atunga?
I don't know. And but you know what? The funny thing is, this new King of Kings, this master of the Proctagon, and the conqueror of the WWE Universe, same Raw episode. Whether it's a work or not, I don't give a shit. And I'll say it. I said it last time, first time. I may as well say it now. I don't give a shit what Brock Lesnar does. I don't
Uh,
forgive him. I don't forgive and forget. I'm sorry. This, unlike other people who just decided that him coming back would be the best thing ever for the WWE. Yeah, the guy that killed the cruiserweight division. The guy that during and after his stay in WWE badmouthed wrestling to death. The guy who gave us Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg apparently will be our savior from the mediocrity that was the WWE at the time. God, you guys were fucking morons, weren't you? You guys were just complete morons.
yeah, I'm not gonna forgive this guy for being a douche, but at least it was just a mistake to bring him back because unlike Rock, who was able to pretty much jump back right in and still at least wrestle. This guy has been trained in MMA for a while, and he's come back with no ability to be a professional wrestler. He's just an MMA guy.
And you know what? Good news, morons, now who realized you've all made a mistake by supporting this guy and saying this is the best thing that is going to happen to WWE. He's apparently leaving for good. Somebody open a bottle of fucking champagne.
I figure like I said, this probably doesn't work, and they still have a planned date for him at WrestleMania. So
No, I don't give a shit. It's going to be like Divas matches for me then. I'm going to skip Divas matches and I'm going to skip Lesnar matches. Simple as. Um, the Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Sin Cara versus Clementine Players and Cody Rhodes. Cody is obsessed with Sin Cara's mask. Don't know why. He is still trying to take it off, and it causes him the loss. That
I know
sucks.
that I understand the story they're telling, but do they
It
have to have him keep jobbing?
came out of fucking nowhere.
And
Although
this,
good news for Heath Slater fans when it comes to SmackDown, but we'll get to that. Um, Matt Striker's backstage with AJ Lee. David Otunga walks up and he says he's back to Raw after filming The Hive with Halle Berry. Eh. God, I loathe what that film is going to be like. That film, The Hive. Oh my God, that's going to suck. gonna suck balls. It's got David Otunga in it. It's gotta suck.
It might be worth it. Just it might end up being hilariously bad.
It might just. Oh, I can't see that being good. David Otunga and Halle Berry. How the hell do you put those two together? How?
Well, actually, Halle Berry is not that bad in an actor. But she's actually had good acting performances.
Catwoman.
Not not always though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Otunga congratulates AJ on being GM Aurora, and he says if anyone calls her crazy, he'll slap a lawsuit on their ass. And then AJ obviously just kind of ticks at the word crazy, even if it's just said. Even if she's not being called crazy, she just apparently really hates the word. And she skips away.
That word. I don't like that word. Don't say that
Uh,
word.
the C word, God damn it.
I kind of think I would like it more if she just like, don't you dare say that word around me.
Striker brings up CM Punk's tout from earlier, which is him saying, he should be able to pick his own number one contender. And he just says it's fine as long as she approves of it, and she skips away. Skip away. Skip away. And yeah, today's social media ambassador is Khloe Kardashian. I said it last time, I may as well say it again. The only thing about the Kardashians I know is one of them has a giant ass. That's all I know. That's all I really
And
care.
as I said earlier, I don't understand why you would get someone like this. Yes, she's popular. Yes, people know who she is, but a lot of people do hate hate her and hate the show.
Uh, Ryback, uh, Ryback match is a squash match against two complete jobbers, and this
They
thing with Jinder Mahal is just weird as hell.
and they keep trying to act like that Ryback picking two people up is this new thing.
My God, look at the power! Have you ever seen him do this before? Yeah, every time he's in a match with two people. Every time. And every time you make it seem like it's a new first time thing. And yet people are eating this up. The same people. I don't get this. How people can love the same match again and 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 again. It gets a fucking annoying, doesn't it?
Yeah,
How? How? Randy Orton. People love him.
and the only reason I think he's getting over is because people like to chant "Feed me more." That's it.
Randy Orton. Same match for years. For years. And people love the shit out of him. Sheamus been given the same match every time. Same spots. Same finish. Apart from recently at SummerSlam, that one match ending. Same match. Same finish. Bro kick win. Since before WrestleMania. People eating the hell out of it. Ryback. People eating the hell out of it. What the hell kind of morons go to this show? God damn it.
Maybe people who don't watch the show that often. I don't know.
God, I'm sorry. I don't like seeing the same match again and again. I like variety.
Maybe it might. Maybe there is a diff. I suppose it might be different to actually see it in person.
I like variety. I, I don't care whether it's live, on TV, in the back alley somewhere, stealing cable. It's the same match again and again. And eventually it gets annoying. It gets boring. I want to see variety. I want to see a different ending for Sheamus matches other than bro kick win. I want to see something different from Ryback other than I'm going to lift these two people up now. I want to see something different than friggin' Randy Orton RKO out of nowhere. Punt kick. Win. Ugh, fucking
Yeah.
WWE, you piss me off sometimes. You really
Well,
do.
I wouldn't mind seeing Randy Orton win with the RKO if he actually gave a shit.
Yeah. How about instead of just, I don't know, for a Randy Orton match, change it to the point where he actually gives a damn. Maybe then him wrestling the same match wouldn't be that much of a deal for him because he just doesn't give a damn. That's why he wrestles the same match. If he gave a damn, he might wrestle a different match.
The only guy that wrestles somewhat similar matches that seems to give a damn is Cena.
And I'm going to give Cena credit. He's been getting better. He's been getting better. Oh, yeah. We go backstage. Oh, yeah, after the bell, Mahal attacks Ryback, and Ryback does basically powers out of the camel clutch, drops Jinder on his back, and then he does the double shell shock. Friggin', oh my God, we've seen this. We've never seen this before, even though we've seen this a million times before. Move.
And why are they making Ryback feud with a jobber?
Because he's getting a Goldberg push. And that totally makes sense in 2012.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't, but apparently, according to the rest of the world, it's apparently turned insane. It's the perfect fucking build up right here. Am I the only one that just wants variety in a wrestling match?
No.
Am I the only one that sees issues with this shit?
No.
Fuck people. What the fuck? Chris Jericho's backstage. This Raw was good, by the way. I'm just pissed off at this shit. Chris Jericho's. I'm pissed off now because we've had to do this a second time, and the points that I made earlier are now having to be brought up again, which only makes me angrier. So, Chris Jericho is backstage when Ziggler walks up. He congratulates him on the SummerSlam win, which apparently means nothing now, seeing as they want a rematch, and why not? And AJ comes skipping in, which I have to laugh just at the thought of her skipping everywhere. And as Rock 10
And as I said, the lovely image I came up with, AJ skips in the shower.
yes, that image is still in my head, and I'm still but I'm gonna hold on to that image for the next time I get pissed off at WWE, and I'm just gonna hope it calms me down. I'm gonna hold on to that image.
You're gonna hold on to that image for the next time you polish your bishop.
I'm gonna hold on to that image for a long time, and you know what? If AJ Lee ever, for some reason, ever hears this shit, oh God, hi AJ.
We're imagining you naked, AJ.
Skipping in the shower.
And we've also imagined a bit where we just cut to seeing your head skipping around the room, and someone opens the door and you're just naked, skipping around your own office.
I don't know why it's just hair as well, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie. Some of the other like all the divas, they look nice, but they don't really grab my attention like AJ does. Very strange.
Because she's so cute. God damn it, she's cute.
That, and she's actually good at wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got charisma, which many of them divas do not have.
Or they just don't allow them to.
Or don't allow them to. And with AJ, it isn't actually all about boobs and ass.
Mm-hmm.
But with her, I wouldn't mind seeing.
We gotta move on quick, though, because I gotta, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we do really need to power through this now, because I have to leave. I'm going on a trip to Wisconsin.
Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio tries to make this a good match. Then we get another, wacky Sheamus moment. Fuck you.
Yeah. Sheamus is continuing to be a heel, and we hate the fact that they're making him do heelish stuff. And as I said before, I feel kind of wrong and like dirty for thinking this, but I agree with Cole for what he said. Even though it was really stupid of him to call Sheamus a tattletale.
Yeah.
Seriously, Cole,
What
are
kind
you?
what kind of
Did you just
elementary school bullshit is that?
exactly?
Jesus Christ, Cole. I know you're anti-bullying, but tattletale kind of bullying, but whatever. And you're like you can't use stronger language, I guess. Really, tattletale? Really?
If anything, the best word to say would be hypocrite. That works. That works. That's
Yeah,
what
just call him a
Sheamus is.
hypocrite. Just call him a hypocrite, because that's what he is at this point. Oh, wacky Sheamus shenanigans every week. Fuck you. Brodus Clay versus Damien. I couldn't give a shit about Sheamus anymore. Brodus Clay versus Damien Sandow. Squash match. Sandow wins after the
Oh, you
match.
mean Clay wins? Oh wait. Oh yeah, Sandow won. Actually, it wasn't a squash match. It wasn't. There was some back and forth.
A bit of a back and forth, but nothing to write home about. Um, After the match, Clay grabs Sandow, hits him with a big suplex, splashes him, and the Funkadactyls join him in the ring with a bunch of kids, and as I said before, all of them wearing Cena merch. And I'd like to think there's a kid out there with an open mind that just doesn't buy the shit that WWE forces into their
Oh
face.
yeah.
Cena, Cena, Cena! And just looks at, like, I don't know, a Punk shirt, a Ziggler shirt, a Road shirt, maybe a D-Bry, and just think, I want to support that guy, and not just.
That might be harder to see them going towards the heels, but I could definitely see them going towards at least a different face.
I
That
went towards the
than
heel when I was that age.
than say Cena or Sheamus or even or Randy Orton.
I went towards the heels when I was that age.
Hmm. I'm not
I,
saying you didn't.
I mean, dude, I loved Shawn Michaels as
I
a heel.
just I think that would be even more harder to find than someone that with like a shirt of like a face that's not like just like a big ginormous face or I mean you know the faces that get the particular faces that get big pops like Orton's like an Orton or a Sheamus or a Cena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Kids, have a fucking open mind. Seriously, don't just buy Cena merch because, or Sheamus merch because, hey, this is the big superhero guy. Buy our shirts, huh? We come back from the break and we get the Shawn Michaels video.
And
We
and this is
described this.
awesome because Sean is always good at being emotional and even in the face.
Yeah, Sean's really good at being emotional. We went through detail what he said here. We won't go through it again, but
It's
yeah,
basically yeah, Sean is basically saying, you know, Triple H, you did a good. I should have told you that maybe you couldn't have won this, but I'm feeling for you right now. I know what's going through your head, but you got nothing to shame of. You're a legend.
yeah, you're good job, and yeah, really good part. And Shawn Michaels, fucking, I'm never gonna do it. A part with Shawn Michaels in it, no matter how small. I'm behind that. That's my favorite wrestler of all time. Will always be my favorite wrestler of all time.
There are some segments though that even with Shawn Michaels in it, it's kind of hard. It can be sometimes hard to it can make you go, oh,
As long
why are
as
you a
he's
part of this?
as long as he's good in it, I can kind of forget the bad shit about certain segments that he's been in.
Little People's Court.
Like Little People's Court, he was all right in it.
Yeah, the best part of him was going, they're tearing me in half.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels was funny in it. He was having a blast. I remember that much. That's kind of all I remember of Little People's Court was that Shawn Michaels was having a blast. That's it. That's really all I remember about Little People's Court. David Otunga versus Big Show. Now this was a squash match.
Oh yeah.
Big Show wins. We see the video of him benting. and saying, when will he get a singles match? And I agree with that part of like, when was the last time you saw me in a singles match for a title? Don't know. Didn't think so.
Yep.
Like, yeah, that's actually kind of right. Huh. Huh. Well, there we go. Um, then we got the strange bedfellows match, which is
Yes.
Zack Ryder and Kane versus Ms. Dana Bryan. And
Yeah. Basically, um,
once again, D-Bry slaps Kane, sends Kane absolutely nuts, and
did he
he
did he slap Kane before?
yeah,
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. He did it at SummerSlam match. I forgot
yeah, he
about that.
slapped Kane at SummerSlam, and that's what made him go crazy and attack Josh Matthews. This time, it made him go crazy, tear up the arena, and attack Timekeeper.
And then Tombstone Rider to boot.
And then Tombstone Rider
A
after a
chokeslam Rider and Tombstone.
Chokeslam and Tombstone Rider. Um, then we see the video of John Cena reacting to SummerSlam, where he actually put some real good amount of emotion in this, and I'd like to see more of that from Cena.
Hmm.
Yeah, good, man.
And then there's the match you skipped.
I
It's
skipped
it's
the Divas match.
it's a Divas Battle Royal. It starts out shitty with the two useless wrestlers, Rosa and Oksana, engaging in a cat fight and rolling themselves out of the ring and getting eliminated at the same time. And the match actually starts to pick up from there. It's okay. It's nothing special, but eventually, Caitlyn wins. Layla suddenly acts shocked for some reason, but then claps for her. And Eve apparently got cut in her face, but we don't care.
Yeah, I'm no sexist, but each and every one of them divas, except AJ, Natalia. I don't know what Caitlyn's like. I've never seen her.
I've
Except
heard she's actually fairly good.
I've never seen her. I wouldn't know because I skip the matches so much. And I wouldn't know what Layla's like because again, I skip the matches. I've never
No,
seen her.
Layla's awesome.
Yeah, people tell me Layla's awesome, but most of the divas are all the fucking same, and
Layla's
it's just always about the friggin' bodies with the divas. And call me sexist as much as you like. It's as long as it's going to be about that. I'm not going to watch the divas division.
Well, at least they're wrestling. At least it wasn't like it was in the past because I remember the years where they would come out and do contests and really shitty gimmick matches to like
Oh
uh,
yeah, like bra and panties matches, friggin'
or they'd pose in their or they'd have like bikini matches and shit like that. It was just, or just have them come out and have the audience judge them.
yeah. That I hated as well.
And then
That's what started
of
it.
course there was the even shittier fucking diva search. Good lord, I still have fucking nightmares from that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to watch the divas division. All well and good for women getting into wrestling. I think some women's wrestling is really good. I think classic women's wrestling was really good. But in WWE and in TNA, as long as that's just sex symbols, I don't give a shit.
TNA is better. Honestly, it is. It really is.
It really is, except like for some reason they've got an obsession for women with really giant tits.
they
Ridiculously giant tits. Like, oh my god, that could be used as an airbag in my car.
yeah, ODB and what's her name?
Velvet Sky?
No, not Velvet Sky. I'm thinking of the one got Kazarian's wife.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we go to the contract versus contract
The one
match.
that Alex called Miss Airbags.
I don't know. We got contract versus contract, and I said this before. I think this was better than the SummerSlam match. I think they really were better in this one, and we both agree this probably should have just been the SummerSlam match here. and then have Chris Jericho leave.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. After the match, Ziggler's celebrating, but Jericho yanks away the briefcase, hits Dolph with it, and then hits a code breaker on him. Then he leaves. Then we get a preview of the new WWE movie, The Day. I'm probably never going to watch that movie, so whether it does
It's
good
a
or
WWE Studios movie. It's always going to suck.
whether it does good or bad, and whatever market it's being sold in.
Well, they always show it to limited markets, so it's pretty much essentially a straight to DVD because it shows for like very limited markets. Only a few people will ever see it, and then the rest of us, if we ever actually do see it, we'll watch it on DVD.
And then we get the most awesome part of the night, which is the Cena Punk segment at the end of the show. Punk makes his way out to the ring, and he comes out in front of Jerry Lawler, and he remembers he was going to come out here and call out his opponent, but he remembers how Lawler said he turned his back on the WWE a few weeks ago. And he wants to clear the air and make Lawler admit that that was a lie. And Lawler said he means no malice at all, and felt that at that moment he turned his back, but Punk wants an actual apology. Then John Cena's music hits. And I think both Punk and Cena were really good in this. Cena hits the ring to a mixed reaction. Punk looks on. And he asks if Cena could have waited until he called him out. Punk says he's been taking a back seat to Cena, Triple H, and The Rock out of respect, but respect is a two-way street, and it's never been reciprocated how it should be to him. Punk says people always ask him why he's not been in the main event in past pay-per-views, and Punk says out of respect he's let Cena go on last, saying that taking the back seat no longer makes any sense. And he points out he beat Cena last year for the title. Punk says he says Cena's the number one contender because he has to beat him again, because he's going to beat him again, and says all Cena has to do to get the title shot is admit that Punk is the best in the world. And Punk wants Cena to tell the truth. Cena talks about how he hasn't been WWE
And then,
champion.
here's the part where Cena delivers one of the most amazing promos I've ever heard him give.
I'd say it is the best promo I've ever heard him give. I cannot think of a better promo I've ever heard him give. He was really good in this. He talks about the city of Fresno.
This honestly gave me goosebumps. It was that good.
Oh yeah. He says he hasn't been WWE champion in 9 months, and how people stick with him through everything and have respect. He talks about the city of Fresno and gets them the pop. He said, and he goes on about their home team, but he doesn't just be like, oh yeah, the home team's awesome. He says even if they lose, even if they go through a bunch of hardships, they just don't suddenly give up on their team and leave. He says he's not going to let everyone down and won't be calling Punk the best in the world. Cena says to succeed, he has to believe in his heart that he is the best. He talks about how he didn't think he would lose to The Rock at WrestleMania, and if he ever gets another chance, he'd gladly do it again. Cena goes on and he congratulates Punk on his title reign, points out he held it for well over 300 days straight. And Cena says during that time he never came out and demanded anything from anyone inside or out of the ring. And says Punk has been WWE champion for over 270 days, and all anyone remembers of him is the night he blew a kiss to Vince McMahon and left town.
Bullshit. I don't think so, Cena. That's one. I'm gonna have to disagree there.
I liked it though. Cena says he isn't here to stroke Punk's ego. He offers Punk vindication and tells him to prove it. Says he can live with it if Punk doesn't choose him as number one contender because he's confident he can get another title shot. He points out that at Night of Champions it's his hometown. And Cena says if Punk can walk out the WWE champion, that will defy his existence. It will defy his existence because
Define his existence.
Define his existence.
Yeah, recap is wrong there. Wrong word.
Because he managed to beat the hometown hero. And Cena says the choice is Punk's. And he says if Punk doesn't choose him, he has no respect for the WWE title or for himself. He drops the mic and walks off to the back.
I have
Uh,
to honestly disagree there because no offense to you, Cena. Yeah, you can put on a good match with Punk, but you've been kind of wrestling the same match and no selling, and you keep going. You keep going on about the legend, how you respect the legends, and somehow I don't understand how the legends like you because you constantly no sell in moments where you shouldn't.
well, he was great in this segment, though. I will give him that. I will give him that. He was great in this segment. But Punk turns, instead of giving an answer for Cena, he just turned right to Jerry Lawler. And he demands the apology
Yeah,
again.
I did look kind of like it's like Punk Cena here in a way he actually owned Punk on the mic. Punk had nothing. He just how can you respond to that? It was that good. It's just Punk is like, damn, I got nothing.
He calls Lawler to the ring for a conversation. Punk says Lawler went too far with what he said and owes him an apology. Lawler says this is all a misunderstanding, but if Punk wants him to, he apologizes. Lawler turns to leave, but Punk stops him. And he says if Cena doesn't want to say it, then he wants to hear Lawler say it is the best in the world. And Lawler says he can't do that. He goes to leave, but Punk kicks him in the back of the head. He grabs the WWE title and just kneels down in front of Lawler. Some of the fans boo, and he just stares at Lawler, and Raw goes off the air. I freaking loved that last segment.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked to see, kind of liked it if he gave him a GTS too, personally. But it was off overall good, and I wanted to say something. This is a tangent I've been wanting to go on, but WWE, you need to understand that the Hogan era was just a moment in time that, yeah, even not only the kids but the adults loved it, and yeah, he did basically the same match, but I understand the appeal, but you can't make that work again. And why are you doing it? I don't understand why you do it with Sheamus and Cena. You just, this is why people hate. Do you not understand? This is why people hate Cena. Is because of the way you have him wrestle and everything. Why can't you make him a likable face? Here's the thing. It's like if you the and the other thing is like you need to understand that you really need to cater more to the older audience because the younger audience's perception of what is cool often influenced by the older audience.
Mm-hmm. So, SmackDown. Um, SmackDown was just kind of there.
Yeah, just
Just kind of, just kind of happened.
I thought it was kind of bad, and yeah, just nothing memorable.
There was one thing memorable for me, but we'll get to that one. I'll tell you about that. Randy Orton makes his way to the ring. And,
Boo!
yeah, boo. We see what happened on Monday night when Raw got the win because of Sheamus' involvement, and he tells us who he is. He says he's never been a glass half full person. He likes to take the glass, smash it into a million pieces, and then beat up the person who came up with the term.
No, you're not even a glass half full person, Randy. You're just you're glass just barely empty, almost empty.
Del Rio says he would never. He should mind his own. Oh yeah. He should mind his own business, and that Randy Orton win was tainted. Orton says it's too bad. He says he deserves to face Sheamus for the Championship.
No, you don't.
No, he doesn't.
You fucked up, Orton. Why are they not still punishing you?
And I like how he mentions judging on how the internet and social media blew up based on what happened. He's sure that there are a few people who have a problem with what he's saying. A lot of people have a problem with what you're saying, Randy. A lot of people have a problem with what you're saying because you just wrestle the same damn emotionless match every time. He waits for a moment. First person to accept Randy's challenge is the world champion Sheamus, and he's ready to talk.
If there's any match I don't want to see again, especially with the way Sheamus is wrestling, it's Sheamus and Randy.
And Sheamus tells Randy that he's not out here to disagree with him. He says that Bertie has had his chances and he's blown them time after time. On Raw, we see Orton beat Bertie fair and square. At SummerSlam, he beat Bertie fair and square.
No.
Says, no, you didn't. And again, for the Orton one, no, he didn't. Sheamus says that Orton should be in front of the line to face him, and he wants Orton in front of the line to face him for the World Championship. Then Booker T makes his way to the ring. Booker wants them to put the brakes on because they were talking about something monster and huge. Randy Orton versus Sheamus for the World Championship. That wouldn't be huge, Booker. That would be boring as shit. Booker asks the fans whether they want to see it, and the fans, being morons, cheer. That could have been piped in. It is SmackDown, so
Yeah.
that might have been piped
But
in.
I even on Raw, there's just huge marks for these people, so I would not be surprised.
Booker says Randy has all the credentials. Okay, but he needs to talk about Monday night.
He has credentials, but he's not really much. But it's what have you done for us lately, Randy? Kind of fucked up there.
Yeah. So Bertie and Ricardo Rodriguez join the party, and he wants to know what Orton is doing in there because the title is his. Bertie tells Booker and Sheamus that Sheamus is a cheater and Orton is a crazy animal. Are those the type of people you want for the world title? And Alberto goes on and on so much in this opening segment.
And
I just want him to shut up. He's a whiny fucking bitch.
10 minutes. Shit, dude. I gotta go.
Okay, I'll finish this off by myself.
Sorry, dude.
We're going solo in it.
I just want to. Is there anything I really want to mention? Oh, that before I go, it's the fact that they put Vicky Guerrero on commentary later, and I just have to say to the person who did that, thank you.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I will get to that. So goodbye, Rockhead. Say goodbye to the people at home.
Bye. I'm going to Wisconsin.
That was Rockhead, and he's going to Wisconsin. Okay. Hi, Internet. Sorry about that sudden cut off there. With his excitement in going to Wisconsin and eating cheese, Rockton just decided to leave the call, and that caused a bit of issues, but we're okay. I managed.
I'm here now. Yay!
Yeah, we managed to get Liquid Nation in, so I don't have to go solo. Woo!
Yay!
And I'm glad you could join us here, Liquid Nation, because we're in the boring part of the WWE review now.
Yay!
We were powering through Raw because we had to do that a second time, but now because it's SmackDown and you're here and you don't have to go anywhere, we can go nice and slow. So we were going on about Alberto Del Rio, how he'd come out after Sheamus came out to Randy Orton's challenge. What do you think about this whole Sheamus and Randy Orton thing, by the way? What did you think about that, the whole Sheamus Randy Orton thing?
I don't think I even need to put it into words what I think.
He hates Randy.
Yeah. So Alberto Del Rio comes out and he's whining like a fucking bitch. He just whines and says the same thing again and again. Like, Sheamus is a cheat and Randy Orton is an animal. And then Bilk is like, okay, Alberto.
Pero.
But then Bilk is like, okay, Alberto, I know where you're coming from, but please. And they're like, no, Booker, Sheamus is a cheat, and Alberto, Randy is an animal. No, okay. But I get what you're saying, but no, Sheamus is a cheat. And Randy Orton is. I get it. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Oh God, SmackDown didn't start well, did it?
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell, Alberto. God damn. Finally, Booker T gets Alberto to shut up for a moment. Thank you, Booker. Thank you.
That's the best thing you've done as GM so far.
Oh, jeez. And even Randy and Sheamus are like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. Let Booker finish what he's saying. He's like, no, Sheamus is a cheat. And Orton is an animal. Oh, fucking hell. So Booker tells Alberto to calm down and let him finish what he's saying. And he tells Randy that he will always be in line for a title shot. But the person who was in line, next is Alberto Del Rio. I swear to God, I called it when I said that Sheamus versus ADR was going to be the next Cena versus Orton.
I still don't think it's going to be the next Cena versus Orton.
Swear to God, I think it's going to be like that.
Simply because Alberto Del Rio can actually get good matches out of Sheamus.
I think it's going to be the same on the account that you're just going to see a bunch of them have a bunch of matches between them two, again and again,
Yeah.
at like every pay-per-view.
Hello?
I don't know. Call's being weird.
It was fucking up bad.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine now. It's fine now. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So he tells Randy. Yeah. He says. But he says Alberto was the number one contender. But he says that wasn't until Bertie came out and ran his mouth. Booker says that changed his mind. Tonight we will have a rematch from Raw between Alberto and Randy because that was the match everyone wanted to see. And the winner of the match will be the number one contender for the world title. Booker wants to know if we can did that, which I can't take that. Can't. No.
I was like, no, fuck you.
No. And Michael Cole mentions that Josh Matthews is still recovering from the heinous attack by Kane. And it looks for a moment that Michael Cole's going to go solo, but that's saved later on. Thank God. I couldn't have put up with that.
Well, Cole. To be fair, Cole hasn't been bad recently. Been that bad recently.
We're joined by Michael Cole with Teddy Long.
Oh, hello!
Oh, hello! I'm on commentary now, yeah? He says there'll be a guest commentator for each match tonight. Before our first match, Ryback tells Jinder Mahal that tonight he'll finally realize his place in the food chain.
And this really does show how terrible Ryback is at speaking.
Yeah, and he wants to be...
He sounds like shit.
He's awful. It's Ryback versus Jinder Mahal. And we finally put an end to this feud, I hope, because it was so pointless. It's obviously Ryback wins. What do you want me to fucking tell you people?
We finally get the squash match we were going to get before.
Yeah. What do you want me to tell you people when it comes to a Ryback match? What do you want me to describe? Highlights? There are no highlights. It's a Ryback match. It's the same match. Watch any Ryback match, even if
he does do different things in each match, but it all is the same thing. That makes sense. He does different moves, but it all happens in.
Yeah.
He does different moves, but like they always have the same. They always like have the same outcome, no matter what.
Yeah, like because yeah, watch any Ryback match and just replace whoever Ryback is facing in that match with Jinder Mahal. You'd have this fucking match. Oh, Ryback wins. We go to commercial. We're back, and Michael's joined by Caitlin for the Divas match, which I skipped.
I didn't watch this. I skipped it too. Moving on.
Recap says Layla won. Good for her. Moving on. I did see what happened after the match, actually. After the match, Caitlyn joins Layla in the ring, and they shake hands and hug. Then Eve makes her way out, just stands there for a bit, looks at both women, then raises both their hands, then leaves. And I'm just like,
Congratulations.
Point of that was...
The point of that is that Eve has no point right now.
Oh, okay. So, we get the Raw rebound, yay, whatever, we saw Raw. So, we get Dolph Ziggler's in the back with Vicky Guerrero in his briefcase. Vicky reminds everyone that he was the man to send Chris Jericho packing. Ziggler wants to know why AJ made her put the briefcase... made them put the briefcase on the line. Vicky tells Dolph that she'll take care of AJ. Woman, if there's any chance of you being GM of Raw, I don't care how good Raw is, I will not watch it.
I'll watch it, but like, not the bits you're in, ever.
No. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nathan, I'll also give you this lovely image that Rocktown created for me. AJ skipping around in the shower. Yeah. Yeah. That's an image I'm going to hold on to for a long time. Dolph says that when he cashes in his briefcase... Oh, yeah, sorry. Sheamus walks by and he says there's no time like the present. He wants to talk about how a dog that does not go outside can get restless. What is with Sheamus and his friggin' analogies?
Yeah, they're all about filthy beasts, huh?
Oh, they're all about filthy beats or, like, run-down pieces of equipment. Like, when he was going on about, like, the run-down car in a junkyard. It's like, what the hell, dude? What? Now he's going on
They're
about...
almost as bad as my analogies.
He's going on about a dog outside that can get restless, and he's restless because he hasn't fought since Sunday, and he wants to be in the ring. And he wants Dolph to cash in. Dolph says he'll cash in whenever he wants to. It'll be on his terms, and if Sheamus is still the champion, he won't see it coming. Teddy Long interrupts the conversation, and he basically says he's going to suggest a match to Booker T tonight between Dolph and Sheamus tonight, which basically means Teddy Long made a match. If Dolph is as good as he says, he can catch tonight. I'm sure Booker T would be fine with you making a match, Teddy. Pretty sure about that. Dolph likes the idea and leaves. Sheamus thanks Teddy and says,
Can you not just like have...
oh. Sheamus thanks Teddy and says that the first round is on him. We go to commercial. We're back, and Cody...
I see no bias in this at all.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes joins Cole on commentary, and he has a sketch of Sin Cara with him, without the mask.
Why do they keep giving Cody really unfunny photoshops and like pictures and stuff?
I don't know. But this is the one part about SmackDown I remembered. Heath Slater won a match.
Whoop!
Yes! It's about goddamn time.
It's a one-man band, baby!
He's a one-man band! Don't make him mad!
I'm coming for you!
I'm coming for you, Sin Cara! Don't make me mad! Fucking yes! I don't care that it was shenanigans that made him win. I'm so
he beat the Flippy Doos and...
He beat the Flippy Doos.
It's a callback to that other match they had ages ago. Oh, man.
Oh, God. So, Sin Cara is basically doing good in the match. Then Cody decides to interfere he turns the mask around so basically Sin Cara can't see, and Heath Slater steals the win. But you know what? A win is a win for me, and Heath Slater won a match. That's all I remember.
Heath Slater is now going to have an undefeated streak.
He's gonna be the next Ryback.
Oh God! And then he's going to beat Ryback in his next match.
I literally hope we see more of this because I like Heath Slater. I really do. We became Heath Slater fans after Don't Make Me Mad, so he can do no wrong. He can do no wrong.
Don't make me mad.
Don't make me mad. After I bet there was a bunch of people.
Coming for you.
There's a bunch of people that will have no idea what we're talking about. But you know what?
Yeah, just search for Heath Slater's message to the legends, and it's his tout video. It's the most hilarious thing ever.
It's the most hilarious thing ever, and since that tout video, we've become fans of Heath Slater.
Oh, God.
Hell yes. We're back, and the guest announcer is Vicky Guerrero for this match. And you know what? As much as I despise this woman sometimes,
She was
She
was good here.
Yeah, I'll repeat what Rockcan said. Whoever put her on commentary, thank you. Whoever's idea that was. Because for once in her life,
She wasn't screaming.
She was not screaming.
It was great because it was like this a period of like blissful silence.
It was weird. It was also weird because she showed she could actually be a friggin' manager without shouting.
I know.
I'm like, can't you just do that normally?
I'd like that.
I would love that. Oh, please, somebody put her on commentary more often if that means she won't shout. Please. Please. Oh, if we don't get excuse me's and come on, then please. Oh.
That was a very good impression there.
Oh, I've nailed it after hearing that so much, dude. So, Sheamus is gonna go for Brogue Kick, and this is the second time that Sheamus hasn't won with a Brogue Kick. 2 out of God knows how many isn't good enough to make me like this guy again. Okay? 2 out of God knows how many matches he's won with the Brogue Kick. Ain't gonna fix it. Sorry.
Look, what they need to do with Sheamus is make him a normal person again. Oh, God.
So he goes for the Brogue Kick, but Ziggler moves out the way and grabs the ropes. Vicky goes to the ringside and gives Dolph the briefcase. Ziggler hits him in the shoulder with it. Referee calls the bell. Sheamus wins by DQ.
That seemed weird, that.
I didn't get that. After the match, Ziggler hits Sheamus in the back with the case. He thinks about cashing in, and the referee...
See, where I was thinking it was is that...
Oh, yeah.
So where I was thinking it was maybe they were trying to make it so that like Ziggler was gonna lose by DQ that match, and then beat the crap out of Sheamus with the briefcase, and then have him cash in. That was what it was supposed to be, so that he has another match with Sheamus when Sheamus is beaten up, you know. But
no, that didn't happen, and not once but twice. We have this whole, I'm a cash in. No, I'm not. Twice. In the same show.
what?
At least with Miz, they did it every week. They didn't do it twice in the same show.
I know.
This whole, he's cashing in shenanigans. No, he's still Money in the Bank. Oh, okay. How anti-fucking climactic. Twice. Fucking...
At this point, can we just have him, like, spend it on Punk instead.
No, that's specifically for the World Heavyweight title, dude.
But why even bother giving Ziggler that title? It's so dead. It's so dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ziggler, even you can't revive it. You can probably have a good run with it. You can't revive it. You're a good athlete, dude. You deserve a championship. You can do better than that title.
I'm telling you now, though, Ziggler, when he does eventually win it, he's not going to have a good run with it. He's going to be the cowardly heel that can't beat anyone all of a sudden. Telling you now.
Fucking hell.
You know he is, though.
Can heel champions for once not be a fucking coward? Just for once, WWE. For goddamn once. Oh. God damn. Every heel champion, it's the same coward that can't beat anybody fair and square. Have that happen maybe once or twice. Fine, because they're heel. They don't mind breaking the rules. They don't mind getting a DQ if it means they can keep their title. Maybe once or twice. Let that shit slide. But not all the goddamn time.
Yeah. It's so overused, so tired.
I will put faith in you that you'll actually give Ziggler a good run with it. But if you do this heel cowardly shit, fuck you. Do something new. That's another reason I'm probably not going to give a shit then about this title. Is if they're going to do that. Ah, damn. And it's always with that title. It's never with it's always with that title that happens. Hardly ever with the WWE title. The only cowardly heel, I think, with the WWE title was Miz. That's the last one I can think of that held that title and was cowardly heel with it. That's it.
Yeah.
Only with the World Heavyweight title did they do this shit.
Well, they're starting to turn Punk into a cowardly heel. You've seen that.
I wouldn't say cowardly.
Well, you've seen that he's been getting to the point where he can't beat people like John Cena and the Big Show, so he's going to be cowardly and do shenanigans.
I wouldn't say it was like
that's
that in
going to happen.
SummerSlam, dude. I'm not saying that. I wouldn't say it was cowardly and that he couldn't beat him. He was just being an opportunist. That's not cowardly.
Well,
I wouldn't say that's cowardly at all.
no, I mean they're slowly turning him that way.
I don't see that at all, dude.
Never mind then.
I think you're just reading into that way too much. I don't see that at all.
I've just got no faith in the WWE right now. Not like an ounce of faith.
Yeah. We get another Wade Barrett hype vid, and they've now
Wade Barrett.
They replaced Fight or Die with Fight or Perish, which again don't know why.
Fucking why? Why can you not say the word die on TV in America?
I don't get that. What was so wrong with Fight or Die? What was so wrong with that?
It's because of the weird fucking soccer moms that the Americans have.
God, you Americans are so fucking sensitive to TV.
I know, seriously, dude. They think that like us before the watershed, and even after their watershed, they can't properly swear and have sex on TV and that. It's just crazy.
At least we know after the watershed, the rules kind of get thrown out the window.
But at the same time, though, even over here, before the watershed, they can slip past a swear word every so often,
Yeah, we're a little bit more lenient.
In America, it's ridiculous.
And the word "die" isn't considered something that needs to be saved till after the watershed here. And for those that don't know what the watershed is, for whatever reason, it's the point where you can basically start swearing more and basically do shit that you couldn't do before the watershed, like in morning television. Morning daytime television, they consider kids are watching. That's where the kiddie television is, and throughout the day up until late night when they believe that all the kids have stopped watching, you have the watershed limit.
Even though that's when all the kids are watching because, they want to watch stuff like that.
Yeah, And the watershed limit is basically for when the adult stuff comes up. I don't know if that's the same thing in America, whether you have a watershed or not, but for those that didn't know, there you go. That's the
Yeah,
one.
Rob didn't know what the watershed was.
Okay, so maybe you Americans don't have the watershed. I don't know.
I just think it's the South because they don't really have TV there. So
Um,
The only thing he
so
got was shed.
isn't that where you put the water in the winter?
did you know what the watershed was, Ellie?
Yeah, I do. It's a time after like 9 o'clock where they start cussing.
Okay, yeah. So maybe it is just the South. Who knows?
It's just the South.
So we come back after that Wade Barrett video.
I thought Rob's just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
be
maybe. And then we get
Most likely that.
and then we get this fucking Santino bullshit. What the fuck was with this segment?
This was creepy.
This was weird. This was so weird. Santino makes his way to the ring, and we see how he lost the United States title. Fair enough. I thought that was just some weird comedy shit, like, oh, the Cobra has a mind of its own. Ah! Like, okay, Santino, but then it gets into really weird, friggin' crazy shit here. Santino says that he was the United States champion for 166 days, 14 hours, 33 minutes, and 22 seconds, give or take. Fuck you and your jokes, Santino. He says that every moment that this last week, he feels like he is becoming less and less American. Maybe that's because you're a Canadian pretending to be an Italian.
Might be that.
Just saying. Maybe that's why.
Oh God.
This morning he woke up and he could not remember how apple pie tasted, so he ate an apple pie. But that is not the point. What the fuck? That's not even comedy. It's just a non sequitur. I forgot what apple pie tasted like, so I ate one.
It's like this. It's like the stuff I say.
What?
But even I wouldn't say that shit like on TV.
I forgot until now how bad Santino.
Oh,
I forgot until now how bad Santino can be on the mic if you just let him have it. If you just let him have the mic, he'll come out with the weirdest fucking shit. The weirdest shit. He says
it's not even that weird. It's just like there's just like it doesn't go anywhere.
It doesn't go anywhere. Santino says that he feels like he let everyone down when he lost the United States title. Trust me, you didn't. That's probably the best thing that happened to that title in a long time.
Yep.
You losing it. Not Cesaro winning it, you losing it.
No, I think Cesaro is. I really like Cesaro, but that's a separate thing.
And I'll say it again. I hope he turns it into the European title. I really do. Love him to do that. And apparently, this is where it starts to get creepy. He says everyone's asking him if he thinks the Cobra can be on the same page as him. And I'm just when he first says that, I'm like, what? I start paying a bit more attention then, and he pulls out his puppet, and he starts talking to it. And I know he was going for comedy here, but that's not what happened. There was no.
But look, never mind that. Could you really like write that? Look at it and like imagine people rolling in the aisles in WWE.
No.
No, like even on paper that looked just painful as hell.
That would look painful. Like this turns out to be creepy rather than funny. He remembers when he was a little baby cobra. He knows that Oksana is gorgeous, and there are not too many cobras as gorgeous as Oksana. He blames he doesn't blame the cobra, sorry, for losing the title, and he says that he cannot be angry at the cobra. It is not about how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get back up. And then he decides to quote, and air quotes here, Robert De Niro, and asks, the Cobra if he has nipples and whether he can milk him.
This just... What the hell happened? Did, like... I just don't know.
And then he says, sorry, wrong actor. What? Was that a botch? Was that purposely written in? What? Was this Santino ad-libbing? What the fuck's going on here? Then he decides to quote Rocky IV. If you can change, and I can change. Like, you know where this is going, people. We can change. And it's like this tiny, even...
He even misquoted Rocky as well, because it goes like, when you can all change.
Like,
fucking retarded.
like, he says he can be the United States champion again. And like, even for piped in crowd noise, this was like the lowest piped in crowd noise you could possibly get.
Even the sound guys couldn't like condone this shit.
I don't think they piped it in. They were like, you know what? This segment's just terrible. Just fucking leave it as it is. Because the crowd, I was fucking dead.
I think what it was is like, it wasn't the sound guys. It's, they got the editor for SmackDown. And okay, here's a scene that we want you to edit. This is Santino's footage here. This is the crowd noise where everyone was shitting on it. There you go. And then he just looked at it and went, I'm not spending more than 10 seconds editing this shit.
He puts in a few small chairs and he's like, done.
I am not editing this anymore.
Fuck this. Because this segment, oh, boy, did it suck. Wow. God damn.
This segment was terrible.
It was awful. It was awkward. It was creepy. There was nothing comedic about this. Oh. And then Antonio Cesaro comes out. To make matters worse, he's accompanied by Oksana, who, again, if there's anyone worse than Santino on the mic, you just found her.
Well, there's the great Carly.
Yeah, but he's not really around anymore. She says it's time to learn to say the word that best describes himself in 5 languages, and the word is winner. And then he kisses Oksana after.
But why did he say it in English first? That so it made the point of it completely useless.
Yeah, because isn't the point supposed to be you say the 5 languages, then you say the English one like last, and then the whole thing is like if you didn't get any of that, that's the point. Okay, whatever.
The bad thing is that when like the few snippets of promo time that Antonio Cesaro himself's been given, he can talk rings around both Oksana and Santino. So why are they doing this?
I don't know. He kisses Oksana, and then he says he personifies being a winner. And then Santino power walks up the stage, blocks a kick, punches Antonio. He gets the Cobra uncoiled, but once again, oh shenanigans, it has a mind of its own.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
Goes after Oksana. This is where the comedy happens.
This is wacky hijinks.
Woo! And Cesaro with a forearm and takes care of Santino.
Remember when like WWE could do comedy right?
Yeah. What happened?
Don't know.
You remember? You know what? How about that guy? You know on Raw, that guy that was apparently popular because of his YouTube show, even though it was overrated. You know that guy, Zack Ryder. Was actually quite a good comedic wrestler. Yeah, you know you pushed him, and then just out of nowhere decided, fuck it. How about you try pushing him again? Because you know what? He can be funny sometimes. By himself. He doesn't need your shitty writing.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Zack Ryder fan because I think he was overrated as hell and kind of, is where he should be right now. And I don't care how many people hate me for saying that. That's honest to God what I think.
Not even that. I mean, Christian by himself can be really funny without being a comedy character.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see the need for comedy characters themselves in WWE when guys by themselves can be funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just wasting a roster spot for someone for someone much better.
Santino, you need a new fucking gimmick.
Get rid of Santino and then put Tyson Kidd in this.
You need
Actually, bring Michael McGillicuddy in. He's awesome.
a new fucking gimmick.
Put Johnny Curtis in. Johnny Curtis is also very, very good. He's got this great creepy guy gimmick. He does it very well.
And we're back in with Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. And Jesus,
See, these guys can be funny by themselves,
yeah, these guys can be funny by themselves, but
but
Jesus
they aren't comedy
Christ,
characters.
which one is the bigger one?
Titus.
Titus.
The Darren is the not very black one, and Titus is the really black one.
God damn, Titus has such a deep voice.
Yep.
I could hardly make out what he was saying because he was going Barry White on that fucking commentary booth. Jesus, that's not how you do. Oh, I'm not going to do the bar. I could hardly fucking hear what he was saying.
Why is he face Mark Henry?
'Cause that's as deep as I can go. God damn, man.
Love shit.
That was some Barry White shit right there.
Oh yeah.
Holy hell, man. I'm impressed by that.
No, but fuck Cole in this bit.
Oh, yeah. He wants to do the whole millions of dollars thing. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And they're like, no, dude, stop. Stop. No.
Like, dude, we enjoy doing that. Don't ruin it.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Ruined.
And this
and then it's just, it does it and they're like, shit, he ruined it.
And then this tag match is basically just another. This tag match basically just another tag match.
Yep.
Really, the best way because we've seen this match about 1,000,000 times now. We've seen this match about 1,000,000 times.
They really do need to put some of the other guys from the tag division in the tag division.
I know, and that's when this weird thing happens because we go back, we look at WWE's Asian tour first, and the amount of Teddy Wong jokes I was making when I watched that Asian tour flashback thing. Oh, it was beautiful, especially when they did start talking. Oh, we're so happy WWE came to Taiwan. Oh, I was trying so hard not to laugh.
I did not make any Teddy Wong jokes. I think that was just you, Riddler, being a racist.
I'm not racist, but it just... God, I couldn't help it. They were doing the Teddy Wong voice. They were doing it. They were doing it.
We're so happy WWE.
We're so happy about WWE came here. Oh God. Oh God. Can't make Teddy Wong joke. Can't do it. No.
Naughty.
No. They can't help it. They're in an Asian country. They're learning English. No. Asian accent. Come on.
I love WWE.
Oh God, no, stop it. Oh
God.
It's WWE. Same. Oh.
It's a WWE.
Not WWE. WWE. God damn it. God damn it. I love you Asian people, believe me. Japanese people keep doing what you're doing with anime, except the hentai. That's creepy as hell.
Some hentai is not creepy.
The hentai I've seen is creepy as hell.
You've been looking in the wrong places, man.
Keep doing what you're doing. Korea, you need to calm the fuck down, though. China, you need to ease off on your laws a little bit, and maybe to control overpopulation. Maybe come up with some new laws other than one baby per family. Because you're overpopulated anyway. You kind of need to sort that out. But otherwise, Asia, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe stop eating dogs a bit. But otherwise, I love you, Asia. You've given us all some really weird shit that we love. Just keep being different.
I love the WWE.
God almighty. People need to teach them pronunciation if they really want to learn English. They need to get the pronunciation right. I know it's like the hardest language to learn for a person that doesn't know it. God damn it! You can say the words. You know the words.
Well, it's because the English language is the most fucked up, like, pig Latin there is.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we took a look at
But
the.
unlike one of my English teachers, I do believe that the English language exists. The
Uh,
English language doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Just because it comes from other languages doesn't mean that the language itself doesn't exist. I don't know what was up with that teacher. She was mental.
yeah, but yeah. I'll admit I was being a tiny bit racist when it came to the Asian tour thing with
What?
with my Asian accent. So
You glitched out there. What did you say?
I said I was being a tiny bit racist when it came to the
Teddy Wong.
Eddie Monk thing, but fucking hell, I couldn't help it. Really couldn't. So Matt Strikers with Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, and this is when our whole bring in more teams thing kind of seems to come into fruition because holy shit, the Usos are alive, and then holy shit, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel. Holy shit, holy fuck, what?
XT is a really good. It was a really good tag team. But I know that you don't give a shit about NXT. So
I've heard that the Ascension are good, so when they get brought in, maybe the tag team
the Ascension are hilarious.
maybe when the Ascension come in, tag team division will pick up a bit. But if the if the Usos and Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel actually are gonna be in a match in matches more now, yay, yay,
Yay! Yay!
very much yay. Um, uh,
Oh, it's gonna be good.
uh,
Hopefully.
yeah, and then they all basically start fighting backstage, and the referees try breaking it up. And then we're back, and Booker T's on the phone. He says that he has this under control. Teddy Long enters and said that everything's settled. Booker wants to know who Teddy thinks deserves a shot. Teddy says that there's no easy answer, and he's not sure. Then Eve comes walking in and says that she she went.
Sorry, my sister's playing Mario Kart, so you probably can hear her now.
Eve says that she went.
Why does she always play Mario Kart when I do the show? Like, she never plays it otherwise. But no, as soon as I start the show, it's, oh, let's stop playing fucking Mario Kart.
Eve says that she went through the record books and got all the win-loss records for the last 6 months and came up with some suggestions. She also tells Booker that she has organized his calendar for the next 2 weeks so he does not miss any meetings. Eve says that she takes her job very seriously. What kind of job?
Wow. Could you suck my dick?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say, what kind of jobs are you talking about here? Hand jobs, blow jobs? Because I'm sure you do those very seriously.
I think she puts a bit of fun in those.
But to be honest, I would never want Eve's mouth going anywhere near my penis.
Nah.
I don't know what diseases she has.
Well, I'm fat, so yeah. Any mouth getting near my penis is good.
I'll just stick with one in AJ. Thank you very much. You set your standards low and just get a disease-filled mouth. I'll stick with AJ. Thank you. Naked, skipping in a shower. God damn it, Rock10. Why did you give me that image? Oh, damn you.
Why are you damning him? It's a good image.
It's a good image. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah. Where was I? Before Naked AJ. Skipping in a shower. Oh yeah. Becca leaves and Eve says that she didn't even notice Teddy was there. Oh, you bitch. We take a look back at the coronation and abdication of Brock Lesnar as the new King of Kings. So that whole thing kind of pointless for him. And then, yay, Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio.
I haven't seen this match before.
Again. The only upside to this match is Orton taps. They actually had a face tap to Alberto Del Rio.
Yay!
Thank fuck.
They're not gonna have Sheamus tap to Alberto Del Rio, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it for that one time, Alberto Del Rio fans, because it ain't happening again.
They really do need to give Del Rio a normal finisher as well. Because Sheamus ain't gonna tap.
Nope. After the match, Sheamus gets up from the announce table. Alberto pushes Ricardo down to get a shoe and he throws it. By the way, what's with Alberto, like, really abusing Ricardo lately?
He's taking tips from Tensei.
I've been hoping, I know it's not going to happen, but I've been really hoping that eventually Ricardo gets sick of this shit and he becomes,
Chimera.
Chimera.
Yeah, same, but I've given up hope of it ever happening.
Be nice. It would be nice, but yeah.
But seriously, if you look at some of the videos of Chimera, he's probably one of the best high flyers they have in the company right now.
It's okay, Ricardo. Why? I know they're paying you not to wrestle, but just become Chimera just for once. Just once. I'd like it to be, if they are going to keep up this gimmick, maybe have at some point a storyline where Chimera comes in and, you know, ruins like Alberto Del Rio matches and he has no idea who it is. Like only like the true, you know, fans would know who Chimera really is.
Yeah.
Because I'm betting the majority of the WWE fans have no idea who Chimera is.
I'm betting you even most of the hardcore ones have no idea who Chimera is.
So he throws the shoes at Sheamus. Sheamus goes into the ring and he takes Alberto down. Ricardo gets involved and grabs Sheamus, allowing Del Rio to hit a round kick. Del Rio hits Sheamus in the head with Ricardo's other shoe. Ziggler's music plays, and this is the second time where it's basically, oh, he's going to cash in. No, he's not.
Well, one great thing about this though was that one of the great things about Ricardo Rodriguez as he is that you can tell how good of high flyer he is when he manages to do a flying crossbody in a tuxedo, which he's done before on I think it was on SmackDown. But god damn it, please, you don't need comedy characters. You can have characters that are funny but aren't comedy characters. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me that thinks that?
I think that's it. So, that was WWE. Raw was good. I particularly
All's
loved.
good.
I particularly loved the end segment of Raw. I thought both Punk and Cena were amazing at that end segment.
I don't know whether I thought seeing it was amazing.
Now,
But it
dude,
might just be because I'm jaded with Cena.
no, I know you're jaded with Cena, but to give the man credit, that was probably the best promo he's done. That was probably the best promo he's done in a long time
Mm.
against Punk. That was really good for Cena.
Well, Punk seems to bring out the best in Cena, to be honest.
Yeah, they work really well off each other, dude.
But unfortunately, the problem with Punk versus Cena is that they can never have Punk beat Cena properly because that would just be unfair.
No, dude, we pointed this out before the first time we. Actually, I don't know if we pointed out the second time we did the Raw review, but Punk has beaten Cena clean and fair multiple times. Multiple times.
Not really clean and fair.
Yeah, it's clean and fair.
There's always been some sort
No,
of.
there really hasn't. Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, clean, fair and square. Wins against Cena. He has had clean, fair wins against Cena.
And why do they keep going on with this whole can he actually beat Cena? He has several times. I know that like a few of them recently haven't been, perfect win, clean wins, recently, but he has beaten them before.
That's what we were saying. Like, it makes no sense. That's just kind of like Cena mark logic at this point. Like, yes, Punk can't ever beat Cena. He has multiple times, cleanly. But those were all flukes. What, all several of them? Yeah, flukes. Fuck you, Cena marks.
Cena marks. Oh god, Cena Max.
So that was WWE. Raw was good. SmackDown was just there. I'm Riddler saying, fucking hell, this review was a fucking struggle.
Uh,
This review was a struggle.
and this was Liquid Nation saying, yeah, I came in and you seemed a bit pissed.
Oh yeah, the idea of doing this a third fucking time? What? Wouldn't you be? Wouldn't you be?